Hi you guys, so today I'm going to be telling you all about this beautiful brand that I have discovered. So stay tuned if you are interested. So I just want to talk to you guys about the brand that I've been using today. The brand is called Barely Cosmetics, and I'm just going to read you guys what they promote and what they offer and etc. So I was sent these products, but if you want to see any of my disclaimer information, I'm not going to repeat it in this video. I will put it in the information below, and it'll also be on my blog. Barely Cosmetics, their vision stems from a desire to strip down and waste less, and they are focused on creating a range of beauty tools that absorb less and give more. After a lifetime of using various cosmetics and tanning products, one thing became abundantly clear. In some cases, as much as 60% of product is actually wasted into the sponges, and then of course this results in frustration of spending a lot more than what is necessary. So Barely Cosmetics are the creative solution to all of these problems. They do offer at the moment the cosmetic sponges and a tanning mitt. They are already working and designing more no wastage products. So in your pack you do get a lot of leaflets. Obviously you get the products as well. This really big handy booklet, which I think is just amazing. Like, it tells you everything that you need to know in here about how to use the products and the tanning mitt, and I'm just going to reiterate a lot of it to you today. The Barely team is led by a professional makeup artist, and her name is Nicole McAvoy. I am so sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. So all in all, they are a fantastic company. I love the fact that they are focusing on waste management. Two sponges, the Barely Definer sponges. These are the twins, and they are created by industry makeup professionals, incorporating the sharp lines for contours, so this is the top bits here, and guiding, as well as the round edges for blotting and blending. It's a multi-function product which makeup professionals like you can easily add to their kit, safe in the knowledge that all of these products cut makeup application time in half due to the fact that they grow in size, but because you can do just so many things with them. So these can be used for foundation, bronzer, powder, concealer, everything that I have showed you guys today. So I'm firstly going to talk about the soft one here. Due to its suede-like texture, the Barely Definer Soft makes blending incredibly easy and creates a beautiful natural finish to your foundation. It's highly recommended for applications of base products as well as blotting and blending out lines. You use it to create a flawless complexion on which to build more defined finishes. So yeah, I would say that it does give me like that flawless complexion. My skin, like I said earlier, I'm just going to reiterate that my skin feels like skin. It looks like skin, but it's just got the most exceptional coverage, and it just feels so good. So I think in summer this is going to be particularly handy as well. This one here is ideally used for base products, moisturizers, primers, foundations and concealers. It's latex free, it's non-allergenic and odor free, making it perfect for sensitive skin, which is absolutely fantastic for me. It's washable and long lasting, so if you wash this little bad boy regularly, you're going to reduce the amount of bacteria that actually build up. So if you have spots, it's going to help them as well, because you're not going to be replacing any of that bacteria. Okay, so now I'm going to talk about the part 2 of the Barely Definer sponge, and this is the hard part, simply because it feels a lot more dense when you push it. Okay, so it's used to put a standing definition back into your face. It's ideally used for contouring, highlighting, smudging and gliding. It's latex free, non-allergenic and odor free. So they say to wet this with warm water because this gives, again, a large surface area for you to work with. So for me personally, I use this one like for my foundation and my concealer, although I don't think I did that in the video, but this is what I found I've used it for, because it is so soft. And I mean, they're both very delicate around your eyes, but this one feels even that bit more delicate. I think this is just fantastic. It really stipples all of the product in. With this, I found it at first hard to contour with, to kind of get the angles and stuff, but once you get the hang of it, you will never go back to a brush, I promise you. And the fact that you are blending as you are going, it's cutting the time in half. I have just a second washed this, apart from the stuff that's on it now because I just dropped it, but they have come out incredibly clean. And then I'm going to talk about the next product, which is the Prep Blot and Blend Blender, and this is what I used in the video to apply my primer with. The perfect tool for prepping your skin for makeup application. It's created without edges in order to eliminate visible lines and streaks, so that's really well thought of. It's designed to be used in a stippling motion in order to blend makeup without creating changes in texture or tone of your skin. And it also can be used in conjunction with moisturizers, eye serums, lotions, makeup primers, as well as your makeup removers. And it's a truly hygienic and gentle way to ensure optimal use of your most advanced skincare products. I believe everything that they claim to do here, because when I pop this on, usually with my Smashbox primers, I put them on but I don't feel like they kind of have done the full job, if that makes sense. When I applied it with this, I almost felt like this boost of, I don't know, moisture just come from nowhere. And lastly, I want to talk about one of the products I didn't use today, but I will be using in an upcoming video of how I self-tan. This is the Not Your Average Tanning Mitt. Early Cosmetics claim that it's an essential tool when it comes to creating the most perfect year-round tan. This mitt specifically has been designed to minimize the amount of self-tanning product that's been absorbed and wasted. And in fact, independent tests have shown that the reduction of 49% can be achieved when compared to other tanning mitts. So yeah, it has a luxurious velvet touch enhancing your tanning experience, which it does. It feels so good. It's double-sided with 2 Dulux mitts in one, machine washable and durable. Start with the Prep Blot and Blend blender. It's really nice and domed, so you can really get into those areas, but because you can use this to prep your skin, I am going to take my Smashbox Photo Finish Primer and I'm going to use this sponge to prime my face. I'm just going to dot this on my face like I usually would. All I'm going to do is just literally stipple that into the skin. This is a great way to get the maximum coverage or performance from your products, because already my skin feels really hydrated. Has actually grown a ridiculous amount of size. It's not going to absorb the foundation, so like with the usual sponge, when you pop it on your skin, it's actually pushing all the product into the sponge. With this, it's actually pushing everything to the skin and minimal waste on the sponge. So what the part 1 of the sponge is, this is the soft sponge. This is going to create a natural, gorgeous, radiant finish to your skin. Give you a big surface area to work with because the sponge has expanded in size. Just literally going to push that product into my skin using this sponge. And what it allows for you to do is to create as much coverage as you want. So if you wanted a light coverage, apply it very, very lightly. If you want a full coverage, use the bouncing motions to really push the product in. I think that these blenders are absolutely fantastic if you have dry skin, because they are quite, I'm gonna have to do my eyebrows again. They are full of water. They're also going to add that slight bit of moisture just to your skin. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to use the part 2 of this sponge, which is the Not Your Average Makeup Sponge, and I'm going to use the harder version to kind of be a bit more precise around my eye area and etc. Taking e.l.f.'s colour corrector, and this is in the shade of Corrective Yellow. All I'm going to do is just dab that on my chin, underneath my eyes, just to remove any of my redness or discoloration. Just use light bouncing motions. I'm just applying some concealer to the spots that I have on my face, because I have quite a few, if you didn't notice at the start of the video, wherever I have any other imperfections. All I'm going to do is use that sponge just again with those soft bouncing motions and just going to blend that in. What it's going to allow us to do, as you can probably see, it's going to allow us to get into the areas on our nose. Prior to this video, I actually did my eye makeup, and usually with a brush I just tend to wipe it off and have to do it again, but with this it's perfect just because you can literally get at those points there where it doesn't aggravate any of your eye makeup. I'm actually going to use the self blender to apply powder. So all I'm taking is my Gosh translucent powder, which I mentioned in my March favourites, and I'm just going to be picking up this side, and I'm literally just going to be pushing that underneath my eyes. Quite heavy there, but it does prevent creasing. I'm just going to drag that down. I think one of the amazing things about these products as well is that when I apply powder, because I have quite dry skin in some areas, I feel like move my face. But with this, because it has got that moisture in it from the water, it just completely removes any of those elements. I have powdered underneath my eyes, on my chin and my forehead, but I left my contour areas pretty mild in terms of powder. So what I'm going to use is a cream contour, and this is the St. Lucia bronzing and contouring cream from ELF. And all I'm going to do is take the hard sponge. I don't know if you can tell, but this one feels a lot softer, hence the soft sponge, and this one feels a lot harder, a lot more dense. So I feel like you're able to do the more technical things with these. So all I'm going to do is just plug that into there and take that down my nose. Oh god, please remember I'm an amateur with this. And instead of pushing like that, I'm going to actually use it this way. I'm going to contour my forehead. What I'm going to do is take the soft sponge and just stipple that in. One big blend again with the soft sponge just around the areas, and if you want to make your contour a bit more precise. And then for highlight, I'm just going to go into this ELF shimmer palette with the hard sponge, and I'm just going to pick up the third colour here, and I'm going to highlight with this. Just fusing the whole look together, whereas sometimes when I use brushes, even though I love them, don't get me wrong, I just feel like everything sits on top of each other, whereas this just completely blends itself in. That is the whole of my face makeup done. If you're wondering why my hair looks like a piece of crap, I'm actually going to be doing a hair tutorial of how to get these really gorgeous, lovely bouncy locks that last. My skin looks like skin. It doesn't look overly powdery. Okay, so I've taken you through the products and I've hopefully given you a good demonstration of how they work. Now I'm going to talk about the price. I will link all the prices down below. Packaging wise, when they arrive in this holographic jiffy bag, and inside there you get a lot of information. So I was talking about this leaflet earlier. They arrive in these resealable packages, I suppose, so you just snip the top off here, pop them back in to the packaging. I feel like the whole minimal waste thing is kind of transferred through to their products, because you don't need like this overly packaged product. You just need something that's very minimal and it's just going to work. And then where can you buy them? You can buy them from barelycosmetics.co.uk. So just for any concluding remarks, I just think that in terms of this product and the company, I think they're really truthful. They stick to everything that they kind of preach, and at the end of the day, their products work. And I think these are the cheaper alternatives to other similar beauty tools on the market. But I just think that you guys, if you are going, if you're kind of exploring in the beauty market and you want to try something other than brushes, I think this is definitely a step forward. And I think that Barely Cosmetics are going to give you this safety net of these blenders, because it tells you everything from A to Z, what you need to do, what they recommend, and at the end of the day the product works. And I just want to say a massive thank you to the Barely Cosmetics team, because obviously I couldn't have done this without them. Creating such wonderful products with just a fantastic rationale behind it. So thank you guys so much, and I hope you loved this video today as much as I did, or loved the products, etc. So I shall see you in my next video, guys. Bye!